Been a while since I streamed, so let's just jump right back into it. The time is 1 a.m. Detective, we made it. Whew, what a relief. Glad the jewels is safe. Oh, you said it, pal. Must have been our rock-solid security that scared him off. Would you mind opening the safe just to double-check? Ah! We've been had! Out front! Guards! Turn on searchlights! Better luck next time, gentlemen. Excuse me, but I'm afraid I must be leaving now. We shall meet again when the next moon is full. Ah. Hey, Nick, get a load of this. Hey, are you listening to me? You can clean the toy later. This is important. Sigh. What are you freaking about now? Hey, today will be the last time you talk to me that way, huh? We're about to hit the big time. Big time? And what do you mean by we? You don't mean you and me are... Don't be silly. I'm talking about me. And Pearly, of course. Hello, it's a pleasure to see you again, Mr. Nick. Pearls, you haven't changed a bit. Wait, what are you doing here anyways? Haven't you heard Mr. Nick? Here, take a look at this. What's this? Some kind of poster? Corina Village, isn't that? That's right, it's our hometown, Pearlian Mines, that is. What's this about treasure from the boonies? Very funny. You can laugh all you want. You'll be signing another tune tonight. Tonight? What about tonight? The Treasure of Corina exhibit doesn't actually start until next week, but the promoter sent us some special VIP entry passes. That's why I dressed up extra special today. What do you think, Nick? Same Maya, different day. This young lady here is Maya Fey, the younger sister of Mia Fey, my friend and mentor. I first met her 2 years ago. I was working on the case surrounding Mia's death, and ever since then, I've been the one who's been keeping this law office afloat from behind the scenes. Actually, that's just a cover for her true identity. In reality, she's a spirit medium and a bit of a shady character. Hey, who are you calling a shady? And this little girl is Pearl Fey. I usually call her Pearls. She's Maya's cousin and a spirit medium in training herself. I know I'm a bit young, but I want to help in any way I can, Mr. Nick. Corina Village is the home of the mysterious Corina channeling technique. And Maya here is the daughter of the Corina School of Channeling's masters. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's no joke. I've seen her powers with my own eyes. It's the real thing, alright? Earth Nick, how long are you going to make two gorgeous women like us wait? Yes, Mr. Nick. I can't wait any longer. I want to see the exhibit. Sigh. Looks like I don't get a choice here. Might as well head on out. Loreley Taylor, the city's fanciest and most expensive department store. Treasure exhibits. Huh. I have to admit, I'm pretty impressed. Wow, this is awesome. Yeah, you can make even the cheapest junk look great. It all depends on how you display it. Oh, they even have the dusty old hanging scroll that was in the Fay Manor storeroom. Oh, yeah, I remember scribbling on that when I was a little girl. On a family heirloom? Say, Nick, the person in charge of this exhibit is waiting for us in the basement warehouse. All right, I guess we should go say hello. Expedition. Yep, this is a basement warehouse, all right. This place is scary. I feel like a monster could jump out at any time. Don't be scared, Pearly. I'll protect you. Oh, Mr. Wright. Eek! A monster! You were right. Huh? A monster? Good evening. It's good to see you again. I know you. Nice to see you too, Little Miss. Uh, hello. Is she a friend of yours, Nick? And how do you know her, Pearly? Nice to meet you. I'm Adrian Andrews. I'm in charge of the promotion and planning for this treasure exhibit. I'm also responsible for the security arrangement. Oh, nice to meet you. Adrian sure has changed a lot since we met her. So this is the warehouse. The really valuable exhibit items are still stored away in here. It really has been a long time, hasn't it, Mr. Wright? Nick, what's going on? Who is this woman? Why are you freaking out on me? What? I just thought it'd be more dramatic if I got all worked up, that's all. Mystic Maya, you shouldn't let him go off the hook that easily. Please, Maya, don't say anything that'll needle pearls further. Mr. Wright, was there for me when I really needed him. It was something that happened 7 months ago. You remember, don't you? The Nickel Samurai case? Not really. I was stuck in a dark wine cellar. Did that escape your memory, Nick? After that, I quit being a manager and started this job. Wow, that's tough. I'm sorry, Miss Andrews. If it wasn't for us, no, don't say that. I'm glad the whole thing happened. Thanks to you and everyone else that was involved, I was able to change my whole life. I am really grateful. Whew, that's a relief. I'm really impressed, Miss Andrews. Handling a huge expedition like this must be very tiring. Well, Lorley Taylor is celebrating their 200th anniversary this year. The works on display in the main exhibit hall are worthy of the finest museums. Woohoo! Did you hear that, Pearly? The finest museums. Yes, I did. That's really wonderful. So this basement warehouse is pretty well protected, huh? Of course, it is. After all, there are some priceless treasures here. The security guards are all very highly trained as well. That sounds good. So what is with the face she's making? I wanted to do something nice for you and your friends, Mr. Wright. So that's why you arranged this exhibit? I knew that the Koreana village was the hometown of your assistant Maya. I thought it would be great to let the rest of the world know about it too. But that's not exactly taking me per se, is it? Maybe, but who would want to see an exhibit on a treasure of Phoenix Wright? I guess I can't argue with that one. What else am I? I'm a lawyer. I owe you a great thanks to that badge. It's the only reason that I'm still here today. Oh, come on now. That's not true. I think that what Nick needs to say is, it wasn't thanks to the badge, it was thanks to me. Tell the truth, Nick. I know that's what you were thinking. No way, Maya. Really? Am I supposed to examine what's going on here? The computer. It looks like it's hooked up to the security cameras above. And that means what? The camera is set up to take a photo of anyone that goes in and out of the storeroom. That's the data from the camera gets uploaded to this computer here. That's what. I see. That's some pretty high-tech stuff. It looks like a part of the big signboard. All I can read on it is a burr. I got it. Maybe it says supposed to say hamburger. Why would anyone write hamburger that big? Like maybe for the World Hamburger Festival or something. I kind of doubt that. I've got it. Maybe it said spaghetti. Why are you talking about food? Oh, wait, that's normal for you. Anyways, it says burr. There's no way it could be spaghetti. Well, maybe it was a typo. It might have said spaghetti festival. What do you think? Okay to me. Besides, spaghetti is the only thing more tangled than your reasoning. Here's the camera. It's a security camera. It's trained on the warehouse doors. It's set up to take pictures of anyone that enters or exits the door. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, they say. That is very true. Mystic Maya, take a look next to the door. That's Mystic Amy, right? Yes, that's a statue of the woman who invented the Korean channeling technique, Amy Faye. This statue is on loom from one of the training halls of the Faye branch families. In fact, it's just arrived this morning. What's that creepy looking thing she's holding? Don't ask me. How should I know? Well, you are the future master, right? Maybe so, but this is the first time I've seen this statue. That thing is the Karina sword. It's a ceremonial sword. It's not a real weapon, so the blade isn't sharp. Aw, Pooey. I wanted to cut something. What are you eyeing me for? Oh, look, it's already 8. Have you all eaten yet? Well, actually, I've already made a reservation at the restaurant on the 12th floor. Why don't we all dine in together? Oh, I like the sound of that, dine. It sounds so fancy. I'll have the kids' lunch. Pearly, it's dinner, not lunch. Why don't you go for it and really eat your fill with a kid's dinner? Okay, in that case, one kid's dinner for me. Shall we head upstairs then? After that pleasant evening, all that remained was to wait for the expedition to open. It was wonderful seeing Miss Andrews looking so happy. None of us could have imagined that the very next day something terrible would happen. Nick, this is terrible. Why are you screaming at me? What the? You're cleaning the toilet again? I've never knew you were such a toilet freak. Give me a break, would you? My brain just hit the snooze button for the 5th time. I'm going to turn on the TV. We've got an update on the recent treasure heist. Based on clues found at the scene of the crime, authorities have announced that they believe it was the work of the renowned Phantom Thief, Mask the Mask. Mask the Mask? According to the spokesperson, Lordly Taylor received a threat letter some days ago. This is the 5th heist by the Phantom Thief, who only targets rare treasures. Lordly Taylor. Well, Nick, what are you going to do? Don't you dare go back to scrubbing the toilets. Treasure? Lordly Taylor, you don't think? Yes. Now get up, Nick. It was stolen by Mask to Mask. Our most valuable treasure. The Korean sacred urn was stolen. What? Refresh my memory a little. What's the sacred urn? It's only the most important treasure in the Korean village, that's all. Look, it's right there on this poster. Don't you remember what's inside? The urn contains a very important soul, namely the soul of Mystic Amy, the founder of the Korean channeling technique. Right, Pearly? Yes, that's right. Hold up. I thought the urn had the name Amy written on it. Now it says I am. Any idea how that happened, Pearly? Huh? Well, there are some things best left unsolved, wouldn't you say, Mr. Nick? That's right. 1 year ago, there was a murder in Korean village, Maya's hometown. The sacred urn, it turned out to be the most important clue in the case. It was terrible. I was arrested and everything. 1 year ago, the murder in Korina village. Man was killed during one of Maya's spirit channeling, and this urn wound up being the key piece of evidence that proved her innocence. Mr. Nick, would you mind not telling Mystic Maya about that? You promised, remember? You said you wouldn't tell anyone I broke the urn. Oh yeah, that's right. Now I remember, this urn used to say Amy on it. Until Pearls accidentally broke it into a million pieces. She tried to secretly fix it. Let's just say it didn't work out so well. Sorry, I'm not so good at arts and crafts and spelling either. Anyways, this is how her gluing project turned out. She put the pieces together wrong, and now instead of Amy, it says I am. I can't believe no one noticed this until now, a whole year later. I can't believe it myself. Okay, the toilet is shinier than the judge's head, so let's see, what's next? What's wrong with you, Nick? What do you mean? What do you mean, what do I mean? Mr. Nick, your beloved Mystic Maya's treasure has been stolen. Doesn't that even bother you? But I thought the urn was the village treasure, so I don't see how... The village is Mystic Maya. She's the future master of the Korean School of Channeling. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Nick. I won't let you... I won't let you say you don't. Okay, I do? So what am I supposed to do about it? Isn't it obvious? Go and find the bad guy. Who did this? Yeah! And get the sacred urn back. But I'm not a detective, I'm a lawyer. That has nothing to do with this. If you're a real gentleman, you would find it for your beloved Mystic Maya. Man, oh man. There's no winning against Pearl's fairy tales image of love. So what's the name of the bad guy anyways? Mask to Mask, Nick. Make a note of it. Mask to Mask. Okay. Let's move. Right. Let's see if we can find some kind of clues that might lead us to the bad guy. But it doesn't look like anything has been disturbed. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same as it did last night. Bad guy, huh? Hey, you can't poke around here, pal. Wait a minute, that voice. Oh no, not him again. It's you, and I'm the one who should be saying not again. Why is it every time something bad happens, you always show up, pal? I should be asking you that. Aren't there any other detectives? No, I should be asking you that. What are you doing hanging around here? Hey, I asked first. Why are you here Alright, we get it. Why don't you two kiss and make up already? Hello. It's been a while, Mr. Scruffy Detective. Oh, it's you, Little Missy. Actually, my name is Gumshoe. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Now is a good chance for you to try and remember it, alright? And if it's too long for you, you can just call him Dick. Okay, it's good to see you again, Mr. Detective Dick. Yeah. Good to see you again, too, I guess. Mr. Detective Dick, can you tell us about what happened? Oh, you're trying to remember my name. Girl, it's Gumshoe, okay? Anyway, the thief stole something called the Sacred Urn. I know about that. Oh, well, the criminal's name is Mask to Mask. I know about that, too. Detective, can't you tell us something other than that? Well, I guess I sorta kinda owe you guys in a way. The crime occurred last night at around 1:30 in the morning. How exactly do you know that? We got an emergency phone call from a guard at the scene of the crime, pal. He said the urn was just stolen. The scene of the crime? You mean he's... What? You mean here, right? Wrong. That urn was being kept under a careful guard in the basement warehouse. Basement warehouse, huh? So who was guarding the basement warehouse? That guy. It's all his fault. That's the thief got away, pal. He solved one case and gets a swelled head, thinking that he's an ace detective. Ace detective? Hey, Detective Gumshoe, about this Mask to Mask. Is he famous? What? You're joking, right, Nick? Mask to Mask is the hottest thing since sliced bread. Sometimes he appears as a museum guard. Sometimes he appears as a big brown bear known to surprise unexpected victims. But underneath those disguises is the true Mask to Mask. So he's some kind of master of disguise, huh? And he only goes after the finest works of art, pal. Last night was his 5th heist. If Lordy Taylor had only cooperated, I could have caught him this time. What? Then you knew he was planning on stealing the sacred urn? Of course I did. The guy always sends his calling card before he steals something. Calling card, huh? You mentioned that on TV. So why do you call him an ace detective anyways? That's what he calls himself, pal. I didn't make it up. So what's he like? Well, like I told you, Master Mask has made 5 heists so far. On the 4th heist, Mr. Ace Detective managed to get the stolen treasure back. Wow, that is impressive. All by himself? Yeah, I gotta admit it, pal. Maybe he really is as good as he says. Every time the thief sends one of his calling cards, we send our men on a stakeout. But none of us has ever gotten so much as a glimpse of the guy. But Mr. Ace Detective was able to retrieve the stolen treasure from the thief? Anyways, he's at the scene of the crime right now looking for clues. So he's down in the basement warehouse, huh? So what's this calling card? Here it is. But don't show it to anyone. It's top secret, okay, pal? What's this mark on the front? That's Master Mask's signature emblem, pal. You could say it's his mark. All of his calling cards have got it on them. They didn't mention that on the news flash. We're withholding that detail from the public for operational reasons. The only way we can tell if it's a calling card is real or not is by the emblem. That makes sense. When you get famous, there are always imitators. Mr. Nick, if you work a little harder, maybe you can have your own copycat someday. Thanks, I guess? Nope. Can I go to the... Remember, don't tell anyone about that emblem, okay, pal? Doesn't the thief ever send these to the police? No, always to the victims. Up until now, the victims have always come to us looking for help, though. That's not what happened this time, you mean? You got that right, pal. Listen up. If you guys ever get one of these calling cards, I want you to come to us right away. Got me? Yeah, sure. No matter how many times we come here, this place always gives me the chills. That's probably because it's air-conditioned to protect the art pieces. Oh. Welcome to my private little bunnegeek of chaos. Huh? What the heck does that mean? I'm afraid I have very little to offer, but please, make yourself at home. Who are you anyways? Shh, silence. Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What do you see? Zavar. The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium. Neither very advanced at their trade. Am I wrong? Yikes, that's scary. How do you know that? How, you say? The universal skeptics would say that how is nothing but a question of why. I am a traveler of both time and space, and a swimmer of dreams. What is he talking about? I can't make heads or tails of it. Without further ado, let me fulfill what should be the first duty of any gentleman, and introduce myself. The name is At Me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Ace Detective. Oh, hi. Don't let him intimidate you, Nick. Stand up and show him what you're made of. The name's Wright. Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney. I'm Maya Fey. Spirit Medium. And I'm, Pearl Fey. I'm Mystic Maya's cousin and, Spirit Medium Ace Apprentice? Excellent. Well then, shall we begin our little game? Why does he phrase one short of baker dozen come to mind with this guy? One short of a baker dozen. Ace Detective. So are you really as famous as they say? Of course, for a lawyer, you have a rather shocking lack of knowledge about the world. I have no idea, and I had no idea anyone was left in the city that had not heard of me. Look at me. I am Mask to Mask, arch enemy, the ace detective. Look at me. At this moment, there are two mighty figures which loom large over this grand city. One embodies the nefarious force of darkness, the other, the angelic Cerberus of light. Boy, now I'm really lost. What is he saying, Nick? I have been personally on the heels of this villain since his first crime. After learning the criminal's pattern, I thwarted his very latest loathsome larceny. I even returned the target of his tyranny, the portrait of Minagini, to the crime scene. And I did it all by myself. I took it back from mask to mask with my brownie mind and my brilliant muscles. Yeah, they mentioned it in the news in the Great People Around Town segment. They said that the museum gave you an incredible jewel as a reward. Well, compared to the treasure that I received for them, it's not much. So in the end, the only thing that makes you great is your own self-praise. Oh, tell us what you know about the Masked Mask. Like about how I have devoted my life to thwarting his dastardly deeds. Last night, here in the bowels of this store, we were locked in a most glorious battle. I see, huh? Hang on a second. You were here last night? Here? In Lorley Taylor? Naturally, wherever the mask goes, you will find at me laying his elegant traps. Elegant traps? More like the mask out eleganced you and made a beautiful getaway. But this time I allowed him to escape with the illusion of victory. I wonder if I should ask him about what happened last night in more details. Can you tell us exactly what happened here last night? But of course, after all, I always say there should be no secrets between aces. Flattery will get you nowhere, Pinocchio. I first received the request for my service 20 days ago, and it was 10 days ago that we received mask-to-mask calling card. Huh? You were hired before the calling card had been arrived? Yes, you see, the person who hired me is quite rigorous and thorough. That's Adrian for you. A mere 10 days after hiring me, her worst premonition was realized. A calling card arrived, right? Yes. So, ace detective that I am, I set a trap for the thief right here in the warehouse. I waited for him. Alone. Alone? But why? Why didn't you go to the police for help? Ridiculous. Why would I seek help from such a singularly less useless group of nincompoops? You've got a lot of nerve. After all, it was you that lost the mask. I always operate alone and concealed, out of sight of others. Concealed? Precisely. Even the guards on duty here were unaware of my presence. To fool the enemy first, you must fool your friends. It's my own original proverb. Anyways, back to what happened last night. As I was saying, I hid here in the warehouse and waited for the thief to arrive. But I swear to you, not a solitary soul came through that entrance. Nevertheless, the sacred urn disappeared. But that's impossible. How could it just disappear? How, you ask? Don't be ridiculous, sir lawyer. If I knew the answer to that question, I wouldn't be here. For someone who seriously messed up his own stakeout, he's rather full of himself. So you're saying that even though no one came through these doors last night, our precious urn still somehow vanished from under your nose? That's just not possible. I hate talking to you. You say weird words. I'm gonna examine some stuff. Just, sir lawyer, please refrain from such crude behavior, huh? What do you mean? The criminal is an artist. The crime scene is its canvas upon which he paints. Only I, ace detective at me, have an eye which is educated enough to read its sign. Could you translate that for me, Nick? I think he pretty much said don't touch anything amateurs. If there is something you wish to know about, you have but to ask at me. I know everything there is to know about Mask to Mask. What do I do now? Does he have any top secret information? Stuff that only a real crime buff would know. I'll think about what to ask while I listen to what Mr. Ace Detective has to say. Okay. Mask to Mask calling card. It's got his emblem printed on it, right? Quite impressive, but I would expect nothing less from my arch rival. I'm surprised to see you in possession of such a top secret piece of information. Well, we've got an ace lawyer and an ace spirit medium and an ace cousin apprentice here. Yes, indeed. I think I could learn to like you, my fellow ace professionals. I don't know if I really want this guy to like us ever. Well, Sir Lawyer, I've been told that you two are pursuing the mysterious thief. Well, I'm not sure I would. That's right. We're going to find the sacred urn no matter what we have to do. Excellent. I will trust you. I permit you to take a look around while I investigate elsewhere. If purchases you should discover something of value, return them to my office. My office of Earthly Delight, the Atme Detective Agency. Office of Earthly Delights? Well then, Sir Lawyer, if you'll excuse me, I have much to do. Well, wait a minute. He's gone. I don't like the idea of doing this guy's work for him. Come on, Nick. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Let's hurry up and investigate before he changes his mind. I want to go to his office, too. Take me with you, okay? Alright. No more big words. That pathetic-looking wooden box? That's the box that had the sacred urn in it. Don't touch it. There may be clues to the thief's identity on there. Grr, I worked so hard to make that box. Huh? You made that poor of excuse of a box, Maya? What's that supposed to mean? That urn has always been on its stand in the windy way of Fay Manor, so there was no box suitable for it, Mr. Nick. And I was so proud of it. Poor Maya. Might have been better if Mask to Mask had taken the box too. Wow, this is awesome. What did Mr. Andrews say? Miss Andrews say it was called again? It's literally 7 branches sword in Japanese, or so it says, Miss Andrews. Whoa, it's pretty heavy. One hit 7 times, the fun. Pretty catchy, huh? I bet it'll sell like hotcakes. There's something about it that bothers me. Wow, you're really firing on all cylinders today, huh, Pearly? This sword. Wasn't Mystic Amy holding it last night? And another thing, the sword wasn't bent last night like it is now. You're right. Awesome, Pearly. I wasn't expecting anything less from my little ace apprentice. The sword is bent, so that must mean last night someone used it somehow? I just thought of something. Maybe Detective Atme smashed Mask to Mask with it. Like this. Youch! What the heck? What do you think, Pearly? I think it's even more bent than it was before. Oh man, my head. My hair! Hey, Pearly, do you know what this is? It's a computer. A computer? Oh, I've heard of these. It has such a cute name. It looks like this computer is for storing the data from the security camera. When somebody comes in or out of the warehouse, the camera takes a photo of them. It's probably the trap that the detective set up. Let's see if we can find last night's data on this thing. We might be able to find a mask. Let's see here. Man, I really stink at working these things. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? You're sweating an awful lot. I don't know how to pull up the photos. I had no idea you were so pathetic with high-tech stuff, Nick. Yeah, well, I managed to print out the camera data anyways. I guess you have to learn to crawl before you can walk, Mr. Nick. Yeah, sure. Anyways, it looks like the camera only went off once last night. security camera. It's trained on the big door to the storeroom. It's set up to take a photo of anyone that goes in or out. A security camera? Yeah, go stand in front of that door and it'll snap a photo of you, Pearly. Mystic Maya, do you think I should smile? Nah, it's for criminals, so I think you should make a really scary face. Like this. Look, a ladder. That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right, sorry. Why do I feel like we've had this exact same conversation before somewhere? Look. Look what you did, Nick. You spilled paint over here. I didn't do that. Well, it wasn't here last night. I would have noticed the color of this outrageous. But this paint has already dried up. Well then, you should have cleaned it up before it dried. Paint doesn't dry that fast. Besides, I told you it wasn't me. It looks like it's been several days since it was spilled. Hey, look at this. What is it? There's some kind of shape left in the bottom left side of the stain. Huh? You're right. I wonder what it could be. The statue of Mystic Amy is so cool. I want a gold statue of myself. We could put it in the office. Hey, it's Wright and Co. How about a gold statue of me? Mr. Nick, I'm sorry, but I noticed something strange. Huh? What is it, Pearls? The statue of Mystic Amy. Was this where it was last night? I'm pretty sure it was closer to the door. Yeah, I think you're right. Great job, Pearly. I wouldn't expect anything less from my ace cousin. So the statue was moved on the night of the crime. Mr. Nick, what's that big door over there? It looks like it's the door to the actual storeroom. I can see lots of boxes and stuff back there. I guess that's where they were keeping the sacred urn. Remember, Maya, Miss Andrews said you were not allowed in there. It says Orgina? No, it doesn't, Nick. It says organize. You just can't see the last two letters. Yeah, well, I guess no one else can read it either because this place is a mess. Yeah, you must feel right at home, Nick. Oh, was that everything? Sword, telephone. I think so. Okay. Hey, Nick, your cell phone's ringing. Hello, Phoenix right here? It's me, Gumshoe. Gumshoe? What is it? What's so funny? I'll tell you what's funny, pal. I finally beat him. I beat Mr. Ace Detective. Finally. This underdog is this alpha dog today. That stuck-up detective met his match. Yep. I finally caught him. Lock, stocked, and barrel. There's no escape for him. You caught him? Are you saying you captured Mask to Mask? Bingo. Well, actually, he's surrendered, but I still got him. Mask to Mask surrendered? That's great. So when can we come and pick up the sacred urn? Well, you see, I was gonna tell you. What? Something wrong? Do you think you can swing by to the detention center or sometime? The detention center? He wants to talk to you. Mask to Mask. What? He wants to talk to Nick? I'll be waiting for you, pal. So get over here soon. The detention center? Huh? Oh, I didn't mean to come here. This is a detective agency? Looks more like the setup of some B-grade horror movie. Hello? Is anyone here? It looks like nobody's home. What a waste of time. Hey, I know. Let's take that famed picture back with us as a memento. Don't you dare, Maya. Guess we'll have to try back later. There we go. Hey, pal. Welcome to the detention center. You're sure in a happy mood, aren't you? Yep. After all, we got masked. Right. But, so where's the sacred urn? Oh, sorry about that, pal. I guess I didn't really think about it before. But you're the victim. In that case... Huh? Well, I guess I should let you guys hear the story straight from the horse's mouth. Okay? You know he's right, Nick. He is? If you think about it real hard, we are the victims. Well, I guess so, in a way. I'm so used to thinking of the victim as a dead person because we're always on murder cases. Excuse me? But anyway, I have to get the sacred urn back. Please, just don't annoy me. Who are you? I'm Master Mask. Okay? Hey, Nick, doesn't he look kind of, well, gangly? I'm Ron Delight, the famous Master Mask. I don't think this guy could punch his way out of a wet paper bag. So, you're the Master Mask guy? Yes, you bet. No, that's wrong. You see, it's complicated, sort of. No, if you know what I mean, what's wrong? Well, when I say wrong, what I really mean to say is that it's not right, per se. You see, it's not spelled mask the mask, it's actually mask. What's with this guy? Well, he's a timid little weakling, we know that much. Don't do that. Don't look at me like that. I don't need your pity. And a major crybaby, too. So, why did you give yourself up? Well, you see, it's because, well... I know why. It's because you stole such a priceless treasure, and now you're overwhelmed with guilt. Am I right? Priceless treasure, that broken urn? I have a little favor to ask. Yes? What is it? Could you go and talk to Desiree? Desiree? Look, we really want our urn back, so where is it? I'm sorry, I'll give it back. I really will, or maybe not. No, I can't. I can't make promises I can't keep. I'll just end up hurting people. Mr. Nick, I couldn't hear what he just said, especially the last part. Mr. Damask, do you think you could speak up a little more? Yes, sir. I will. I promise, or maybe not. You see, I'm already speaking in my normal voice, so I really can't do anything. Mr. Damask, about the urn. Oh, yes, the urn, right away. Actually, no. I wouldn't mind telling you, but actually, I'm afraid you wouldn't believe me anyways. Enough already, just tell us straight. Please, don't yell at me. Oh, I'm sorry. That urn, I lost it. What? What did you just say? Did you just say you lost it? Yes, no, maybe so. I mean, yes, I lost it. What do you mean? Well, you know, I lost it, like I said. These things just happen. You're on the train and you get distracted and you forget your bag, you know? What? You forgot our sacred urn on a train? Wait a minute. You went on a train dressed like that? No, I was just speaking hypothetically, that's all. Anyway, I'm sorry. I just lost it somewhere. I don't know where. This guy's story is more surreal than a Dahlia painting. Are you really sure this creep is Mask the Mask? Maya, don't call him a creep. Though I do have to admit I understand your doubts about this guy. So, who is this Desiree person? Please don't talk about my wife like that. I guess she must be his wife. I'm sorry, the truth is, it was my wife that told me to have you all come here. Do you think you could go and visit her at my hideout? Hideout? Mr. Nick, what does he mean by hideout? Oh, sorry. Naturally, I mean to say my secret base. Secret base? Well, my apartment, actually. Plaza Pelpipi, third floor. Let's go have a look, Nick. To mask hideout. Something tells me she just likes the sound of the word hideout. Wow, check this place out. No doubt about it. This is Master Mask's hideout, alright. Who is it? Is that you, Ronnie? Huh? Who are you people? Are you Desiree Delight? That's right, I'm Desiree. You must be the lawyer and the victim? Yes, that's us. Your husband told us to stop by and speak with you. I'm Maya Fey, and this is Phoenix Wright, ace attorney at law. Nicky boy and Maya, huh? I can't tell you how grateful I am that you decided to help my Ronnie. Well, you're welcome. Did she really call me Nicky boy? About your husband. Isn't he the cutest? A bit weak sometimes, though. A bit? By the way, did you know they mentioned Maya on TV? Huh? Really? They said you own the urn and that you're doing some shady training at the law office now. Remind me not to watch that channel news program. After I saw that, I thought it might be a good idea to meet the lawyer they mentioned. I see. My Ronnie, he has a powerful imagination and gets deluded easily. He kept insisting he was going to surrender to the police. I didn't know what to do. It was me. I stole the urn, he kept saying, as if it was even possible. Huh? But are you saying he didn't? Of course he couldn't. He's pathetic, and I hate his guts. Why would my Ronnie ever do something like that? Well, you know, it's a priceless treasure, and he's, you know, is it possible his own wife doesn't know his secret identity? Me, I'm the kind of woman that needs excitement in her life. Oh, excitement? Huh? Yes, I'm at my happiest when I'm racing along with my bike going at full throttle. Riding a motorcycle is like putting your life on the line, you know what I mean? Well, I think that depends on how you ride it. I'm the type that can't stand living a boring, dreary old life with no action. No offense, but your husband Ron doesn't exactly look like the risk-taking type himself. You're right about that. He's definitely not one for thrills and danger, but I do have to say that he makes up for it in other ways. Other ways? Yes, money. Ronnie is incredibly rich and super generous. He bought me the bike that's so fast it would make your head spin. And shopping? I like to shop so much it makes Ron's head spin. The other day, it's actually happened. His head actually started to spin. Man, talk about a high-maintenance wife. So where does Mr. Delight get all his money from? Ronnie is a security guard. They put their lives on the line, right? So they get paid tons of money in return, tons of it. A security guard? I think it's my turn for my head to spin. Can you tell us about what happened last night? What time did that incident take place again? What time was it again, Maya? Well, according to Detective Gumshoe, it was around 1:30 in the morning. Last night was horrible. I got pulled over. Pulled over? Yes, I always do my best flying at night. Flying? You're talking about your motorcycle, right? Yes. Anyways, last night I got pulled over by a policeman. I can't believe he caught up to me. It was such a great chase, let me tell you. When he finally caught me, the poor man was as white as a sheet. It was about 3 in the morning when I finally got home. Sounds like she got an airtight alibi. Well, what about Mr. Delight? I don't really know. We weren't together at the time of night, but when I got home, he was already fast asleep. So basically, he's got no alibi. So what do you know about this? No, you can't show her that, Nick. That emblem is top secret, don't you remember? No. Oops, sorry about that. But the way she just said top secret was a worse giveaway than what I did. Oh, when I heard the word top secret, it just piqued my interest like nothing else. Yeah, nothing about that, I see. No. I don't think any of this is really... I'm a lawyer. Hey, Nick, look on top of the chair. Looks like an envelope and a letter. Well, don't just stand there. Come on, let's read it. Fine, you know we shouldn't do that. What are you talking about? That letter could be an important clue. No way. You can't just go reading a private letter because you feel like it. It's not just because I feel like it. It really could be important. If I was sure it was a clue, I guess I wouldn't mind. About your husband and Master Mask. Master Mask, of course. I know all about it. My husband is his biggest fan. Yep. What? Huh? The biggest fan? Yes, and Ronnie can be pretty delusional sometimes. That's how this whole misunderstanding happened. Wait a minute. Did you say delusional? Yes, that's right. I just don't know what I'm going to do with him. You see, Ronnie actually believes that he is Master Mask. What? What are you talking about? So, when did Ron first become Master Mask? What are you talking about? He's not Master Mask. Huh? But, wait a second. Look, around this room, this place is obviously Master Mask hideout. No, you're totally wrong. A real thief's hideout wouldn't look like this. Because Ronnie is so timid himself that he looks up to a heroic figure. But Master Mask is a bad guy. So he's deluded, huh? Could that really be true? Anyways, if he really had stolen the urn, wouldn't he still have it? Well, I suppose so. Then why don't you ask him if he has the urn on or not? He has a point. Mr. Delight isn't exactly the criminal type. But something about Ron's behavior bothers me. Maybe it's true. Maybe Mr. Delight isn't Master Mask after all. Say, can I ask you something, Nicky boy? What is it? I know I may seem like a bad girl on the outside, but the one thing I won't stand for is illegal activities. I had the feeling you wouldn't. You're tough, but I can tell that you're good at heart. Somebody framed my poor Ronnie. I just know it. Could you give this to Ronnie for me? A letter? Yes, for Ronnie. I want him to fight back. Miss Delight. Okay, you've got it. Just relax and leave it all to us. Hey, dude, I got a letter for you. Oh, that's right. Here, this is from your wife. Oh, from Desiree? Thank you. Letter given to Master Mask. My dear Ronnie, how are you? I'm doing fine. He's clutching onto the letter so hard the ink is going to squeeze out. He looks so happy. You should write a letter to Mystic Maya too, Mr. Nick. Mr. Lawyer, yes? In the letter that Desiree wrote, she said, ask this guy to be your lawyer. Huh? I know this would be asking a lot, but could you please take my case? My trial starts tomorrow. Hey, hang on a sec. He can't be your lawyer. Why not? What do you mean? Why not? We're the victims in this case, right? Victims of this Damask guy. Well, yeah, but according to Desiree, he didn't do it. She said, poor man, he's deluded himself into thinking he did it. Right, Mr. Nick? Come on. She could be lying to protect her husband. Well, that's true. No, actually not. Actually, that's hard to say. Oh, no. It's spreading. Oh, please. I'll give you the treasure of your choice in return. What should I do? Don't do it, Nick. He's a thief. Mr. Nick, I agree with Miss Maya. Well, I admit, something about this guy stinks like last week's sushi. I guess I really should say no, but if I do that, this poor guy will have nobody on his side. Well, Mr. Delight, I've decided to take your case. Why'd you even give me the false false belief of choice, because I definitely said no. I'm pretty sure I said no. Mr. Nick, I was wrong about you. I shouldn't have trusted you. But Pearls, I can't believe you defend this person after what he did to Mystic Maya. I'll never forgive you, ever. What? Pearly, wait. This is going to be ugly. I'll go after her. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. Well, you couldn't have known she'd react like that. I guess I might as well start investigating. Oh, Maya, where's Pearls? She said she's going back to the office. Go check in on her later, would you? And what about you? Are you okay with me taking Mr. Delight case? Yeah, I'm fine, Nick. I believe in you. Sniffle. I think I'm going to cry. I know you have a lot to work to do. I really appreciate it. Okay, Nick, let's get to this show on the road. We took the case. Can I examine this letter yet? Nope. But it could be a clue. Maya! Oh, Miss Andrews. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. Your precious urn. Your precious urn. Please, calm down. What's wrong? It never ends. Everything I touch ends in failure. Maya, I'm sorry. I'll do anything to make it up to you. No, it's okay. I know I don't look it, but I'm good with my hands. I can make you another urn. Hold on. Just wait, okay? Breathe. Calm down and talk to us. Forgive me. Forgive me. So when did you get the calling card for Mask to Mask? Let's see, exactly 10 days ago. I was going to show it to the police, but that detective stopped me. So you asked Detective Atme to help with security? Yes, in fact, it was about 20 days ago that I hired him. He seems to know much more about Mask to Mask than the police. So you hired him for security even before the calling card arrived? Well, yes, I had premeditated that something bad might happen. I've learned to trust my hunches. So that's why there are security cameras even in the basement warehouse? Yes, Lordly Taylor is very serious about their security measures. It was their way of saying bring it on to any potential thieves. Well, he sure brought it last night and even left with a nice souvenir. Can you tell us a bit about the security for the treasure exhibit? It was all my fault. I never should have called this paltry little collection a treasure exhibit anyways. Why do you say that? The urn that was stolen is a pretty important object, maybe, but its actual value after appraisal was, well, practically zero. Zero? I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. But that urn contains the soul of Mystic Amy. Anyways, I left all the security arrangements to Detective Atme, but 5 days ago, I began receiving all sorts of other exhibit items from Koreana. Lots of people started going in and out of the warehouse down there, so maybe one of them was actually Mask to Mask in disguise. No, I personally checked out everyone that came through here, so that's not possible. Knowing Adrian, she probably even checked out what they ate for breakfast that morning. Okay. 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 This is useless. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's nothing here then. Goodbye! We already checked everything, so I guess we go to the office. Nothing happened. Mr. Nick, welcome back. Oh, hey, Pearls. You're back too, I see. I went back and bought us a strawberry cake. I'll go make some tea to go with it. Hey, Pearls? It looks like she feels really bad about what happened at the detention center. Mr. Nick, I was wrong about you. I shouldn't have trusted you. I'll never forgive you, ever. Mystic Maya, the tea is ready. Oh, thanks. Come on, Mr. Nick. Please have some of this cake. Yeah, thanks. Pearls. Oh, excuse me. I was in the middle of cleaning the toilet. Hey, it's okay. I just cleaned it this morning. Too late. This might be a good time for me to ask about her. I first met Pearls a year ago. It was when that murder happened in Corina village. I still remember what she said to me when we first met. You're Mr. Nick, right? You're Mystic Maya's special someone. Hey, Maya, I've always thought it was because she was young, but what? Pearls, I think she got the wrong idea about you and me. Huh? There's something you need to understand. What is it? It's kind of like Krina village custom, sort of. Pearl seems to love you a lot. Well, it's because I'm her only cousin, and, well, because of the murder case last year, Pearlie's mother is... Oh, yeah. I remember now. Pearl's mother, Morgan Fay. She's serving a prison term in isolation right now. So you see, I'm the only family Pearlie has right now. But it's the same for me, too. Maya, my mother's gone, too. There are hardly any men in Krina village. Now that you mention it, I never actually saw any men there when I visited. I'm pretty sure I told you about it a long time ago, about how spiritual power runs very strongly in the Fae family. Yeah, you did. And that's why you're undergoing training to be a spirit medium, right? Yeah. The thing is, only women can actually inherit the spiritual power. That's why the whole culture of Krina village, it kind of revolves around its women. Well, that's understandable. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but because of that, there tends to be a lot of unsuccessful marriages. Oh, well, men start to feel left out after a while, and then they just start leaving. Especially if the man has a daughter. Are you saying that Pearl's father? He's gone. He left the village when she was very young. Boy, that's tough. Yeah, and she grew up seeing nothing but unhappy marriages all around her. That's why she's so sensitive to things like that. So your mother's still missing? Yeah, and no one really has any idea where she is. Maya's mother, Mystic Fae, the current master of the Krina channeling technique. She disappeared 17 years ago after getting involved in a certain police case. But you're sure she's still alive, right? Yeah, I know she is. It's sort of a spirit medium thing. And if your mother doesn't come back, then what? Then according to law of the village, I'll become the next master. Mystic Maya, the master of the Krina technique. Sounds like a heavy responsibility. Yeah, but there is no one else with the blood of the Fae main family. So who's a spirit medium? Who is a spirit medium? Holy crap. Well, Nick, why don't you go out and start investigating? We're not gonna learn anything just sitting around the office. Yeah, I know. But first, I want to talk to Pearls. Mr. Nick? Yeah? Yes, Pearls. I acted like a baby. Pearls? I doubted you even though Mystic Maya trusted you completely. I guess I still have a lot of training to do. Mr. Nick? Yes? I from the bottom of my heart apologize for what I said. Aw, it's okay. I'm the one that should be apologizing. Well, I'm going out for a little bit, huh? Where are you going? I may be small, but I still have a lot of spirit channeling power. So I'm going to show you I can be useful too, by finding some evidence. Hey, wait a... Ack. She sure runs fast. Nick, let's back off and give her some room, okay? Yeah, let's let her run around the city. That's fine. What is she? 8? That's fine. No problem. Nope. Hello. Well, how lovely it is to see you again, my dear. Welcome to my abode. Relax, soak up the atmosphere. We're actually kind of silence. Hee 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 hee. Precisely as I expected. What is it? Zavar. The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium. Am I correct? I think we've already been through this. So my estimation was correct. Zavar, how truly elegant. Now then, what can I do for you? You mentioned before that you were on guard duty all along last night. Precisely. This is my 5th encounter with my arch enemy. I refuse to allow anyone to interfere with the rightful pursuit of my prey. I heard you've been after Master Mask since his first theft. Yes, my dear, I see you've done your homework. In his very first heist, that vile theft pilfered the famous jewel, the Tear of Emina. I first encountered him in the museum's sacred hall, the crime scene itself. So that's why you were hired as a security for the treasure exhibit. I'm pretty sure he said that Adrian Andrews hired him. Yes, I borrowed some equipment from Lordly Taylor and set the perfect trap. You must mean the security cameras. But I thought you were watching the area yourself, too. So how did Master Mask manage to steal the urn? That's the $1,000,000 question. What's the mask's modus operandi? Mr. Attorney, did you know about the sacred urn? I'm interested in only one thing, my dear, and that is Master Mask. Sacred urn? That was nothing to do with this case. But wasn't that what Master Mask stole this time? I am a hunter, sir. The urn was nothing more than a lure to catch my prey. Do you yourself remember the shape of the individual peanut you threw to the pigeons? I don't think I like this guy's attitude, Nick. Well, anyways, it looks like he doesn't know anything about the urn. There's something that's kind of been bothering me. Please, my dear, ask me anything you like. After all, we are all but seekers, wanderers, alone in the dark. Well, I was wondering how Master Mask managed to steal the urn. I mean, isn't it strange that you don't seem to know? Yeah, now that you mention it, it is strange. After all, you were on guard that night at the crime scene. Unless you were sound asleep, you should have at least seen Master Mask. Oh, a secret. Well, what the? It's a Cyclock. A Cyclock? Hey, Nick, what is this Cyclock thing? Well, your magnetonum lets me see when people are keeping secrets. By breaking their mental locks, I can find out who those secrets are. What? This magnetonum has that kind of power? Maya, you're the one who gave me this magnetonum last year. Well, it's true that this magnetonum is a prized Fae family heirloom, but Pearly was the one that actually embedded it with spiritual power, right? That's why I don't really know much about what it can do. This is the woman that's going to take over the Karina scaling school someday. So how do you do it? How do you break the Cyclops? Well, you present the magnetonum to the person with the secret. Cool. I can't wait to see this in action. Come on, let's try it. Oh boy, I think the future master still needs to learn how to be patient. Okay, well, let's see if it works. I don't know if I have enough evidence, but I'll give it a shot. Only got one lock, possibly. Detective Atme, you were standing guard at the scene of the crime. There is no way you didn't see Master Mask commit the crime. Well now, I can hardly see why you're so positive about that. Yes, indeed, I was guarding the warehouse, that much is true, but I can tell you for certain that not a single person passed through that door. I'm not sure why, but this Atme guy is lying through his teeth. I know. I'll show him some proof. Detective Atme, I have here some proof that someone went through the doors last night. There was a security camera set up at the scene of the crime. It should have automatically taken a photo of anyone that went through the door. Precisely. I hope you don't mind, but we've already gotten our hands on the camera data. As you can see, the camera went off exactly once last night. But my monocle doesn't catch anyone in its flash. It must be some kind of computer malfunction. It must be. Maybe it was your monocle that malfunctioned. What? Are you saying that I didn't do my duty properly? Detective Atme, you must have seen the thief last night. The question is, why are you trying to hide it? If he's hiding, there must be some reason. Some reason that he desperately wants to keep hidden. And I've got just a piece of evidence that should prove it. Okay, let's suppose you didn't manage to see Master Mask. In that case, the reason you didn't at the time was because... I'm afraid that doesn't making a guess... I'm afraid that making a guess is not enough. Time to put your money where your mouth is. Show me your evidence. Detective Atme, you were knocked unconscious by the thief, weren't you? Surely you must be joking. You think that I, Luke Atme, could be knocked unconscious so easily? This sword proves it. That's... Before the thief, this sword was in the hands of statue of Amy Faye. Furthermore, at that time, it was not bent. There's only one explanation. You were struck on the head and knocked unconscious by this sword. Well, Detective, how about it? I'm impressed. You truly are an ace attorney. Yes, I am. I can't deny that there may be small hints of truth in what you say. So you were knocked out when the thief first clobbered you? Clobber, what an ugly way of saying it, but I suppose you could put it that way. The coward struck me at the precise moment that I turned to look at the computer. So you never noticed that the thief had entered the warehouse. No, the coward must have wormed his way in through somehow besides the door. Perhaps the air ducts or the sewer pipes. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with the gruesome item here. Ouch, Mr. Atme should have his poor head examined. You can say that again. How could he have underestimated the thief that badly? Well, it looks like we got one thing cleared up anyways. Huh? What? That Atme is a greatest ace detective in the world? No, that he never actually saw the thief. Oh, that's right. So the thief may not even be Master Mask. Just one moment, Sir Lawyer. The thief was unquestionably Master Mask. But you never actually saw him. Perhaps so, but I installed a security camera for just such an contingency. Oh. Last night, the camera went off exactly once. Behold, this is the photo of the dastardly thief taken by the security camera. That's him. Master Mask? The thief can be none other than the arch-criminal, Master Mask. After all, he has a very good reason for committing such a brazen crime. But what are you talking about? So, what did you mean by he has a very good reason? Exactly that. Mr. Delight had a very good reason to dress up and commit those crimes. There should be a green envelope somewhere in his room. You'll need to go and investigate. But how would you know about that? Have you forgotten? You're speaking to the finest ace detective ever to walk on the face of the earth. The most brilliant mind since, well, ever. Look at me. Sigh. Well, I guess we better go take a look at this in this case. Alright, let's go to the envelope. Hey, I'm gonna look at this envelope. Don't mind me. Hey, Nick, remember what Detective Atme said? Exactly that. Mr. Delight had a very good reason to dress up and commit those crimes. There should be a green envelope somewhere in his room. You'll need it to go and investigate. Okay, that's what we're doing. A green envelope, huh? It looks like this is it. Okay, let's have a look. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring 50,000. 50,000? This is blackmail letter. It sure looks like a major clue, right? All right. Blackmail letter added to records. Ding dong. Oh, someone at the door. I'll be right back. Won't take but a second, I promise. Oh, thank you for coming. That's so nice of you. When I see a damsel in distress, I just can't help myself. Please, come on in. I'll make some coffee. Really? Okay, I guess I'll make myself at home, pretty lady. Wait a minute, I know that voice. Oh, Nicky boy, I'm so sorry, but I've got another gas. Ah, you're... Nick, it's you, and Maya too. What a fluke. Larry, long time no see. What, you guys know each other? Nicky boy? Nick, do you and this girl have, something going on? Something? You mean what? I underestimated you, Nick. Gorgeous lady like this? And married, too? Way to go, dude. I knew it. Just when things can't get any worse, it's time to cue in the butts. Larry Butts. Ever since grade school, he's been not exactly a close friend, but yeah, we know each other. Hey, man, that wasn't nice. I was your very first client. We've got quite the history, and he and I, and what we used to say still rings true. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Yes. Hey, come on now. You're embarrassing me. And in front of the pretty lady little thing here. So you two are old childhood friends, I see. That's so sweet. You two go ahead and catch up on old times. I'm going to go check on my bike. Nice girl, that Desiree. So how have you been, Nick? Too busy if you really want to know. So what have you been up to this whole time? It's been 2 years since I heard from you. And what's with those clothes? You look, well, weird. Hey man, that's uncalled for. This is my uniform for my part-time job. But I can't believe it's been 2 years. They say time flies when you're having fun. Huh? What's wrong? Nick, I gotta tell you. Women, I don't trust them anymore. You got dumped again? Well, Jennifer, I followed her all the way to Japan 2 years ago. That's where I met the famous Caddy Tom, and my whole life changed. Bennifer? Caddy Tom? I never heard of either of them. Anyways, dude, Caddy Tom chose Hollywood over me. Can you believe it? Well, actually, anyways, sounds like you had quite the adventure. Women. They're so, Oh, but you're different, Maya. You're not like the rest. Looks like he's still the same old Larry. So, what are you doing here anyways, huh? What do you mean by that? I'm just a natural-born nice guy, that's all. Well, actually, I picked up this wallet last night while I was working. Wallet? You say you found this last night? Yeah. It had a driver's license in it, so I figured I'd just return it myself. Hang on. Let me see that for a minute. I knew it. Desiree's picture's in here. I guess he really digs his wife, huh? Hey, Nick. It's not what you're thinking at all. No, I'm pretty sure it is. You haven't changed a bit. Aw, no way, man. I mean, she's a married woman. That's just bad news. He really is here just to check out Miss Delight. So you said you found it at your job, right? Yeah, I'm working for a private security company as a guard. Chicks just love a guy in uniform, Security guard, huh? So that's what the uniform is all about. So what time was it when you found this last night? Huh? Why are you asking that? Trying to see if I got an alibi? You're not the one on the hook for a crime this time, buddy. I guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of the company building. What was Mr. Delight's wallet doing there? Anyways, there's nothing weird about that. After all, he works there. He works there? You mean Mr. Delight? Sure. Here, take a look at this. It's right here in his wallet. What's this card? It's a key card for the security company. See? It's got a serial number on right here. There's no mistaking it about it. You said you are working part-time at a security company, right? That's right. Why are you making that scary face? Security company, huh? Something not quite secure about Larry working there. I need to find out as much as I can about this key card. Okay, well, we're gonna move because I don't think Larry's gonna help us at all. And he's not here. Cool. Can't get help from him. Okay, fine. You tell me about the card. So you're sure about this key card? Yep, that's the key card we use at the building I work in. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You need it to get into the room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. It leaves a record? Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. Larry, I need that data. Whoa, slow down, man. Sorry, but that data is off limits to outsiders. If I lost this job, I'd never have a chance with Desiree. It's times like these when I wish a lawyer weren't so powerless. Okay, can I move now? Is there anything else? Oops. Okay, well, let's present the wallet then. You didn't touch anything in this wallet, did you? Hey man, be serious. You know what I was interested in? If Master Mask doesn't look out, he's gonna be the victim of a robbery himself. He's not gonna know anything about these things. Yeah, he's not. That Desiree is one awesome lady, right? It's been a long time since I felt this way. I think I'm really in love this time. A long time, huh? Yeah, well, except for what I feel for you, Maya. I don't think he knows what he's saying anymore. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else here, so let's go somewhere else, I guess. Don't know where. Nope. What am I missing? It's Master Mask. There's a tape recorder hanging on his neck. Let me see that. Ah ha 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 ha! I'll be taking this crown now. Better luck next time. I don't get it. What's this supposed to be, Nick? This thing looks vaguely familiar. Oh, I know. It's a fishbowl. Well, an upside-down one anyways. I think it's a helmet. An alien helmet. And that looks like a tape recorder or something next to it. I think it's a transceiver. An alien transceiver. Nick, do you think maybe you could act like a grown-up for a little bit? Getting lectured by Maya to be more of an adult? That's a new low. There's a whole bunch of stuff piled up over here. Duck and cover, it's a missile. Did you know there's a dynamite in missiles? But they're not heavy enough to be real. Oh wait, they're just really well-made toys. What are these rolled up pieces of paper stuck in the trash can? Theft for Mazarina Stone, the Great Ultras Strategy. Theft of the Immortal Goddess Statue, the Great Knuckle Bomber Strategy. Did the police even investigate this place? Nick, it's a torpedo. It's hard to believe, but it sure looks real. What could he have picked? Where could he have picked up something like this? Please don't say that torpedo are things people are just lying around. There are a bunch of books lying here. They're all romantic-sounding novels about famous heists and fantastic thieves. Wow, look at all the bookmarks and notes stuck into them. Let's see. Note, must remember this thief way of laughing. Very useful. Note, a calling card is an important part of any good thief's modus operandi. Wow, Ron really studied his stuff. Alright, what else can I get from you? Present Larry to Larry. Nope. Okay. Mm-hmm. I just did. Hey, Larry, what about this? What? If you've got something to say, then say it already. Huh? A blackmail letter? Do you know anything about this? What? I don't know anything about Alexis, and that's the truth. Huh? What? I can't believe you do this to me. I thought you were my friend. $50,000? I don't have that kind of money. No, you don't understand. This blackmail letter was sent to Ron Delight. Woo. Man, you scared me. I almost had a heart attack, you idiot. Wait, I'm the idiot? Man, I was totally confused because it says KB Security right on the envelope. Yeah, so what? That's where I've got my part-time job at KB Security. What? Sounds like I should really find out more about this KB Security company. Yes, please tell me more. KB Security, the company in the blackmail letter, you know about it? That's where I work, yeah. In fact, I'm on the job right now. Huh? So what are you doing here then? Well, the boss is away right now, and you know what mice do when the cats are away? Yes, Anyway, how far away is this company? Let me see. About 30 minutes by car, I guess. Well, if you fly down the road anyways. Well, this apartment building is pretty close to Lordly Taylor's, right? And it would take roughly an hour to go from here to KB Security and back. If Rhonda Light was at KB Security when the robbery occurred, then he couldn't have stolen the urn. Hey, Nick, your phone. Hello? Is this the right residence? Pearls, where are you? I thought I'd go to Lordly Taylor to try and find some more clues, but I'm afraid I've gotten lost. What? Give me that phone, Nick. Pearly, where are you right now? I was walking around and I found myself in front of that person's office. That person? Who? That person who doesn't act his age and always says Zavari when he's excited. Look at me? Ace Detective? Okay, stay right there. We're coming to get you. Alright. I'm a little scared. Alright, let's go, Maya. Wait a second, Nick. What? That phone call just now sounded like a real cutie. Another one of your special friends. Say goodbye to Miss Delight for me, would you, Larry? Mr. Nick, Mr. Maya, Pearly. I never thought I'd see you two again. So, is Mr. Ace Detective out of the office? Yes, when I arrived here, there wasn't a single soul in sight. Say, Nick, doesn't it look like something's changed since we were last here? Now that you mentioned it. This bag. I'm sure it wasn't here before. It looks quite full. I wonder what could be in it. Hey, Nick, come on, open it for me. Hey, wait a minute. We can't just open private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. That's true, and truth be told, I have to admit I'm kind of curious. Well, what's in there? Hang on a second. I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kind of hard and smooth. Well, hello there. Eek. Hello. What are you doing, Sir Lawyer? I'm shocked to see a servant of the court ignoring the law and so flagrantly. I'm sorry. Maya made me do it. Nick, I can't believe you. A gentleman never uses a young lady as an excuse for his own poor behavior. The real question is, can you afford to waste time lollygagging about here? Well, what do you mean by that? Perhaps I should make myself more clear. Tomorrow's trial. Zavari. shall we say, the fugitive, Sir Williams, will be dropping his panties before lunchtime. Wow, Nick, sounds like it's going to be really exciting. What's going to happen at the trial tomorrow that's so dramatic? Do you know what your biggest mistake so far has been, Sir Lawyer? It was becoming a lawyer in the first place. That certainly does sound like a big mistake, Mr. Nick. Tomorrow will be a day to remember. I, Luke Atme, will take the stand, and then, Vari, my testimony will prove to be the undoing of the lot of you. Yes, all of you. I will unmask you as the thief's co-conspirators. Conspirators? Hehehehe. You're quite on the defensive, I see. However, it is not I that is your greatest enemy. There is far more dangerous threats that you will face during the trial. What are you talking about? Sir Lawyer, if you truly are who you say, I'm sure you've heard of him. His name is Godot. Got it. Godot. You have taken a step down the path of foolishness. Try and defend a career criminal who deserves nothing less than the death penalty. Hey, last time I checked, no one knows for sure if Mr. Delight really is the mask. Hey, my dear lady, times may change, but people sadly do not. Well, you will understand this when you are more mature. Who has got it? Person. It's not surprising that a spirit medium has not heard of the name Got It. The prosecutor who equals cannot be found in this country, not in heaven. Got It is a legend, a myth, a man pin a lifetime of hope on the chance to simply meet him. Prosecutor Got It? But the best prosecutor in the country isn't Got It, it's Mr. Edgeworth. Isn't that right, Nick? It's no surprise that a spirit medium such as yourself would know nothing of this. But ace prosecutor Miles Edgeworth is currently traveling abroad. Huh? In fact, it was Mr. Edgeworth who acknowledged Got It as the best in the country. And you agree with that? Most certainly. In fact, you could call him the Luke Atme of the prosecutor office. Well, that's good to hear. The prosecution has a fighting chance tomorrow. Mr. Nick, is this Got It really that strong? I seem to remember hearing about someone like that. Not surprisingly, some people spend their entire lives idly waiting for his appearance. Looks like we're done investigating for today. Sir Lawyer, the stage has been set and all the pieces are finally in place. All that remains now is for the dance to begin. A new prosecutor, an ace detective, and a thief. This will be one tough trial. Which I will continue later on. I will be streaming later on.